Alrighty everybody, welcome back to our channel. So today we're going to be shooting Ruger 1022 and we're going to be shooting it all the way down there at 50 yards. It may look a little further on screen, but I promise you it is a true 50 yards. So this is what we're going to do today. We're going to try out everything that you see here. We have Browning, we have Federal Gold Medal, Federal Champion, CCI Green Tag, Arms Core. We have some Remington solid points there. We also have some Remington Subsonics here. We have some Winchester Super X, Remington Gold Bullets, Winchester Wildcats up here, CCI Standard Velocities, Federal. We also have some Federal Auto Match, these guys here. And then over here we also have Remington Subsonic, Remington Thunderbolt. Some more Federal, Winchester 333, CCI Blazer, Herder's 22, American Eagle by Federal, the Federal 550 round box up here. You also got some Aguila 38s and Winchester Expert 22. So we're gonna try those out, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 5 at a time because we have a target that looks just like that. So we're gonna put 10 shots on each diamond, and then what I'll do is I will flash up pictures of the ammo that I'm shooting and what configuration, and I'll write them on the target as well, and then we'll see what this 1022 likes at 50 yards. So let me go get the ammo set up and then we're going to start shooting. It's a little bit breezy today, maybe about a 5 mile an hour wind, maybe 8 tops from left to right, so shouldn't be too terrible of a day, but it's beautiful. It's like 80 some degrees outside and I want to get doing some shooting, so let's get to it. Alrighty, so here we are at the target. So this is going to be the same for pretty much all my shooting. I'm going to start up, well, because I already have some Herders in my magazine, I'm going to start Herders down here, and then I'm going to go left, right, and I'm going to come back down here, shoot that target, and then because I know this is going to take some time, I'm going to fast forward a bunch of it, make it easy for you guys, and add in some cool music. Obviously the camera is going to be over here, so then I'm not going to be hitting the camera with bullets, because that would be bad and we wouldn't have no more videos. So we're going to get to it. We're going to let the camera roll and enjoy. Alrighty, so we did 10 shots on each one, and then what we'll do is whenever we get back to the house there, we're going to measure them all. I can already tell you that this one's probably the biggest at 1, 2, almost 3 inches. Now mind you, I'm always holding dead of center on each of these diamonds. I'm not holding low, I'm not holding for wind. I know the wind is coming this way a little bit, but at 50 yards, honestly, and I got trees to my left pretty heavily, it's not going to make that much difference. But we're not done yet, we're just getting warmed up. So we're going to take this one down. Now we're going to try this one here. Yeah, CCI Blazer up left. We have the Winchester 333, Remington Thunderbolt down here, Armscore here, Red Old Champion Blue. And we'll be right back. Alrighty, so here we go again. That's our second page. So we have CCI Blazer up here. Kind of went a little up here. And again, I'm holding dead center of the diamonds. Winchester 333 went kind of all over the board. No real reason why it went this way and up and down. Then I did the Champ, Federal Blue Champ. These ones looks like maybe a velocity issue, and I have no idea why that one's down there. And then over here, the Armscore stuff you can get for $2.99 a box. This stuff here did pretty good. Kind of shifted the group over this way, not sure why. And then Remington Thunderbolt. These ones are pretty good too, but the group is kind of bigger. But that doesn't mean we're done. Now we're on to page 3. I think we'll have a total of 4 different pages we're going to do here. And then we'll get to measuring up the group sizes and go from there. So here we go. Up next, we're going to have Federal Lightning. We're going to have Remington Subsonics. Down below where my hand is right now. Gold Medal. Never shot these ones yet, so they'll be interesting. CCI Standard Velocity. Almost everybody in America has those. And then Federal Auto Match. So we'll try those and we'll see how it does. I have shot the Federal Auto Match before out of my 1022 and it has done pretty dang good, if I say so myself. So we'll try these, rock and roll. Alrighty, so here we go. Back at it again. So Federal Lightning is up here. This box of ammo is probably 15-20 years old ever since I started shooting. That one did pretty good. CCI Standard, not bad, you know. Did those ones. Federal Gold Medal. These ones I honestly thought would do a lot better, because it's like $7 for a box of 50. I figured, hey, they better do really good. They're a gold medal competition one. Didn't do as great as what I thought. And then get down here to the Remington Subsonics. As you guys could tell, I had a little issue with the push pin and the thing, but because you're going subsonic, they are shooting a little lower, and yes, I still aiming right there. And then here's the Federal Auto Match. So we got all those in there. Those ones did pretty good, kind of like what I tried earlier. But yeah, so now we're on to the fourth and final one here. So this one is going to be a little bit different. This one's kind of like a bonus one. So we have Aguila 60 grain. This is the heaviest bullet I could find to shoot out of a 22. And I've had it for quite some time. And then on the other end of the spectrum over here is Aguila 20 grain. Another box of Federal American Eagle high velocity. Remington Gold Bullet, we all know what those ones are. And a box of CCI Green Tag. So this will conclude 20 different boxes of ammo. And we'll rock and roll and we'll see how we do. Be right back with you. Alrighty guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Battery died in the GoPro. So here we have the Aguila 60 grain. Of course I'm holding here. These ones are the heaviest ones I've ever shot out of my 22. And they all can kind of have a big old spread. And then I switched over to the 20 grain, the lightest bullets I've ever shot. Now these ones did not cycle, and they were all the way down here. I'm sure whenever you guys are watching the footage, you're probably like, oh yeah, they're all down here. And there's probably this one and then that one. I could literally watch them through my scope go through the air at an arc and go choo, choo, figuratively speaking. Alright, so moving on from that one, we're gonna call that one an epic failure, because even if we had two here, that's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5 inches was the closest one to target, so we're not going to call that anything. American Eagle, kind of a little all over, up over there, down there, over there, over there. Remington Gold Bullet actually did pretty good. I had one flyer over here, and then the rest were all kind of down here, which isn't too bad. And then I want to say these ones are probably from the Aguila 20 grain up in here. So if we look at this group, which I'll look at the footage too, but I'm pretty sure this group is all the CCI green tag. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so that's probably the group of 10 from the CCI green tag. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go shut up the camera, go measure them, and we'll be back with the measurements and the results. Alrighty, well, we got all the targets grouped up, so we'll start with the first one. We started with, now remember, this is my Ruger 10/22 50 yards bench rest with a Vortex 2-7 crossfire scope. So we did 10 shot groups. So Aguila had a 38 grain bullet, all 10 shots measured from largest to largest is 1.50. Then we went over to Winchester Expert, same thing, got a 1.9 because we had a big old flyer out here. If we deducted that, it'd probably be about a 1.5 inches, kind of like what this group is. Herders group pretty good. It did 1.80 for these ones here. And then we go down to Browning down here. It probably did the worst. And it did 2.8 inches. And the group is literally all over the place. Now mind you, this is also slow fire, so we're not going bang, 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 bang. In the video, you're going to see it's going to look like rapid fire because I sped up the speed of the film, so you're not watching a 2-hour video. You're watching more like 15 or 20 minutes. So this one's pretty bad. And this is probably the most expensive I've ever paid, which was $15 for 100 rounds. So that's kind of spendy for crappy accuracy. And moving on to the Federal Bulk 550. And it produced a 1.90 inch group. So that's target number 1. Number 2 target here, CCI Blazer bulk box, believe it or not, did a amazing 1.55. The Winchester 333 pack did a 2.1 inch group. That's after counting out one of these guys. Federal Champion Blue Box did really good at 1.10 inches. And that's with counting out this guy here, because it's a flyer. I was like, okay, well, if that one was somewhere in here, that would be at least a 1.1, which is really good. Nice group. And then moving down to the Arms Corps stuff down here. This stuff here, like I was saying in the video outside, it really cheap, but it did really good, 1.5. The Remington Thunderbolt came in at 1.80, and that's pretty decent for their Thunderbolts. That's some of their bulk stuff. And then moving on to target number 3 here, Federal Lightning gave us a 1.64 average group size for all 10 there. The CCI standard velocity, believe it or not, did very well. It did a 1.35 inch group. Federal Gold Medal, this is the target grade stuff that's supposed to be the best, gave me a 1.5 inch group, and that's after counting out that one. Moving on, Remington Subsonic 1.0, and that's all 10, gave a 1 inch group. Moving on to the Federal Auto Match, also gave me a 1 inch group, and that's after I deducted this little guy, which was at like 1.1, but if you counted him in there just a smidge more, he would have been in there right at the 1 inch mark. Target number 4, Aguila 60 grain. So this one had a big spread of a 2.5 inch group. We counting out the Aguila 20 grain. We're not going to go over that one because the bullets are there and all down here. So moving on to the Federal American Eagle, we have 1.9 inch group here, and that's with everybody included. And then Remington Gold Bullet, if we count out this flyer, because I had a misfire, so I counted this guy out, and so I got a 1.3 inch group. So it did pretty good there. And then CCA Green Tag, all 10 included, was a 1.5 inch group. So that's what we did today. The big thing I can tell everybody is looking at all these different targets, looking at all the different groups, you know, like the Subsonics, the Auto Match, Gold Medal, all these ones. There's 20 different boxes of ammo that I tried. I'm not paid by anybody, I'm not sponsored or anything like that, but this just goes to prove that you have to try different things to see what your gun actually likes, because you may find that this may do a 1/2 inch group in your gun, you may find this may do a 4 inch group in your gun. You just don't know till you try. But that is it. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. Have a good one.